Douglas at the end of the extra point, pushing the kickoff back, and you see Madison Central here starting off with some really good field position.
7-zip Broncos on a Dakari Talbert rush, and here's Madison Central's. This Madison Central team is trudging their way here down the field. Went 3 and out on their first drive. Here's an end around and a handoff instead, and wonderful discipline by the Bronco front. And it's going to be 3rd down and long after a loss back to about the 41-yard line.
And it looks like Corinthian Barnes on the run that time, and this Frederick Douglass defensive line really playing well here.
Injury timeout.
Got an injury timeout. We're going to step aside, a quick 30-second break, a big 3rd down coming up. We'll be right back after this.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Third down right there.
Carson Herbst rolling out on 3rd down, throws an incomplete pass. So Madison Central forced to apparently punt on 4th down. Again, attempted 1 pass last week, did Herbst. And the Indians now back-to-back punting opportunities as they'll send back out Peyton Gilball.
And an excellent play call right there from Frederick Douglass on defense, bringing some pressure, the right call for that play action, and Herbst just with no time or anywhere to go with the ball.
Carson Herbst is out there. He did quick punt last week, and now he'll retreat to what should be a traditional punting situation, and he will, as he'll elevate it. And that's going to be a wonderful carom as it trickles down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line, a 27-yard punt. And the Broncos, KJ, very superior start to this game.
Yeah, they've dominated the game in every facet so far. They've had a nice punt return from Avion Chenault. They got a good 3 and out on the first drive there, and they're able to score on their first offensive possession. So really firing on all cylinders and winning the game at every phase so far. See if they can keep this momentum up.
Broncos averaging 31 points per game on the season. Evander Harris continuing his outstanding play duty calls as offensive coordinator. And the Broncos backed up inside their 15-yard line for what is their 2nd drive of the game. There's Peyton Smith getting his first tote, and Smith across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. And KJ, he's just one of a bevy of Bronco backs.
Yeah, they have a multitude of guys back there, about 4 different running backs that have all gotten over 50 carries and all scored the touchdown. So really versatile and dynamic back there in the backfield for the Broncos.
You got Dakari Talbert, who's already scored on his carry. Peyton Smith and Tate Allen, Pharaoh Watts. Jeremiah Turner will spell in as well. This is an embarrassment of riches in this Bronco backfield. Unquestionably the strength of their team. 2nd down and long. Here's Dakari Talbert, and Talbert spinning away, and that's a great tackle and pursuit up to the 19-yard line. It's Cody Morrison again involved in that takedown.
Madison Central here doing something they couldn't really do that well on the last drive, and that stopped the run game. They've been able to stop the Broncos here so far, and only picking up 5 yards on the first 2 plays here. So see if they can get off the field on this big 3rd down.
A big 3rd down and 5 coming up as the Broncos back to the line of scrimmage. And our first flag. And it looks like procedure on the Broncos.
False start call against the Broncos.
Thought that might have been maybe an offsides, but it looked like, I guess, a Bronco moved first and false start, pushing him back to a 3rd and long here.
Let's take another look at this. I think the Broncos thought that Madison Central jumped as the offensive line in unison flinched. So now 3rd down and 10. Broncos in on a Dakari Talbert rush of about 12 yards. That really preceded, of course, by an Avion Chenault punt return of 35 yards to set up the Broncos in excellent starting field position for their first drive. 3rd down and 10. Misdirection handoff. Peyton Smith covers it, and he'll cradle and fall down at the 21, about 4 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and I like the play call right there, a halfback draw. The defense completely caught off guard, and one that was almost broken, able to get a shoestring tackle right there and save a big gain.
4th down and 3.
You see right here, get the defense backing up, and then that's when you decide to go with the run. And as you see right here, good play by the linebacker, able to make a big stop right there.
It's over 3 minutes left as Madison Central will send back Jeff Hairston to receive the punt from Avion Chenault. And Chenault, a wobbling kick, and Hairston on the run, cradles it, and a fair catch apparently, as we're both faked out here, KJ. It will be Madison Central football over the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's something this Madison Central team is good at, is faking you out. And right there, you're able to fake us out, just run away from the punt, and took a nice Broncos bounce there at the end.
So back-to-back good starting field positions for Madison Central, as they'll have it inside their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position again, but this Broncos defense has played outstanding here to start the game off. Really hats off to the defensive line, because they haven't been able to break off any runs and get to that 2nd and 3rd level of the defense. When you're playing a team like this that runs the wing tee, the game is going to be won in the trenches.
And thus far, the Broncos have been very stout against this Indians rush attack. Again, a very minimal gain.
Stampede of Broncos.
You see right there another stop for a short gain, and
Gain of yards, 2nd and 9.
this Broncos defense playing sound defense and knowing their keys and having good eye discipline.
That was Jackson Pritchard for his first tote. In time of possession, so important to what the Indians like to do. And I think to win this game, they've got to really occupy perhaps 2-to-1 ratio. As Herbst up under center. Herbst going to. As Herbst up under center. Herbst's going to keep it and flip it at the last moment to Mathis, and chances are he'll be short. And flip it at the last moment to Mathis, and chances are he'll be short of a first down as he's coaxed out about the 49.
Again, going with the triple option right there on 3rd down, and that's a play that this Madison Central offense likes to go to a lot. And right there on 3rd down, and that's a play that this Madison Central offense likes to go to a lot. And the Frederick Douglass defense right on it and able to pick up a big stop.
That was great short side defense by the Broncos.
And it looks like Brian Mathis didn't get a clean hold on the ball either. You see him pitch out right there. It looks like it was fumbled out of bounds, luckily.
Well, Madison Central going to send their offense back to the line of scrimmage. We saw them do this on the last drive, and Herbst retreated for a punt. And he'll do it again on a quick kick, angling it away from Avion Chenault, and it's going to trickle down. Chenault scoops it up at the 15. As Avion evading and dancing and squirming, and finally he's out across the 20.
Yeah, some really nice cuts right there. Broke a couple of the defenders down, and we see why he's their #1 receiver, leading 6A in touchdown catches. Just a really hard guy to get your hands on.
By number 27, Zion Khan.
So the Broncos back to work inside their own 25-yard line. 11 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Dakari Talbert in on a 12-yard touchdown rush as the lone score thus far for Frederick Douglass. The winner on to the semifinals next week. You got 3 backs in the backfield surrounding Stroutman. And Stroutman, a decoy here, is the rush across the 30. And a nice sizable pickup on first down for Frederick Douglass. It's Darion Talbert again.
Yeah, a look that I'm not too familiar with, seeing 3 running backs back there in the backfield, and I can imagine how confused the defense was out there, but getting the ball to Darion Talbert and picking up a nice gain of 8 there on first down.
So the Broncos giving Madison Central perhaps a dose of their own medicine with the deceptive rushing attack. And Talbert already with a handful of touches in this first quarter.
And again, going back to this 3 halfback look here.
And this time it's Dakari Talbert, first down as Talbert high steps across the 50 and ushered out at the 47-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 23 yards.
And another good gain right there. Again, defense just not really knowing where to go, and when you have that much lead blocking in front of you, it sets up for a nice big run.
Just such explosion. You've got Talbert on one end, then Dakari, the younger of the two, to the near side. And if they want to run heavy between the tackles, it's Peyton Smith. And the Broncos on the march again in the remnants, if you will, of this opening quarter. It's been dominated by the hometown Broncos. Madison Central without a first down thus far.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass really dominating this first quarter, but you have to know the game's not won in the first quarter. You have to keep this momentum going throughout the whole game.
Stroutman in a gun to Dakari Talbert, a decoy. Or is he? Nope, that is Talbert, I beg your pardon, for a rush across the 40.
Yeah, again, another nice run there. And this Madison Central defense is going to have a long night if they can't find a way to stop this run game.
That's going to take us to the end of the first. Be second down and about 5 on the other side. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod. We'll be right back.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back to live action. Here's the Broncos' second down and 5, and that's going to be another first down rush.
Again, this Madison Central defense just with no answer so far to stop the Broncos' run game.
Or will it? Nope, just a little short for the Broncos. AJ? It's going to be third down and about 7.
Loss of few on the play.
So third down and 7 for the Broncos. Might have the game's first timeout. And Peyton Smith going to sub in for the Broncos as Broncos shift on the alignment. And Stroutman in a gun. He's going to pump fake down the far sideline. And that ball is incomplete. Great coverage out there. Darion Talbert, the intended target. Jeff Hairston, shadow coverage.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking for him on the goal ball, and Talbot just unable to find the ball there. Maybe lost a little bit in the lights.
11:02 remaining in the second quarter.
And besides that first drive there, the Indians did a good job on defense. Really nice job from both teams on defense, actually.
And the Broncos, for the second time, will send out Avion Chenault in the punting formation. And Jeff Hairston back at his 10, awaiting the Bronco punt. And a high snap. And Chenault able to get it out Angling it down inside the 5, and it's going to trickle in for a touchback.
A play that really could have been dangerous, and luckily Chenault's good hands there, able to corral that ball and get it off, and almost able to get him down there inside the 1. Just taking an unfortunate bounce to the end zone at the end.
There you see some of the precipitation, and it's playing misty, if you will, here.
Yeah, really starting to see it come down here.
First down and 10 for Madison Central. As we welcome you to Glycod.com. So glad you joined us tonight. A few internet woes, but fingers crossed that we've got smooth sailing for the balance. There's a handoff inside that's botched and recovered for Madison Central back at their 18-yard line.
Yeah, a botch snap right there, and I think this precipitation is starting to have a little bit of an impact on the game here.
And Logan Busen just a beat away from the fumble recoveries. We take one more glance.
And that's a play that really could have been dangerous for the Indians here, backed up in their own territory.
Loss of a couple. Again, Madison Central still void of a first down.
And when you run this style of offense also, it's plays like that really hurt you because then you get backed up behind the sticks, and when you're so run heavy, it's really hard to pick up the chunks of yards.
Carson Herbst under center. And that's Mathis again trying to control things on the ground for a negligible gain.
And just nothing going there. There's no running room at all. Really good job filling up all the running lanes tonight for the Frederick Douglass.
Rush back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 12.
There's a guy wearing shorts. I didn't think he got the memo about the weather conditions today, KJ.
I don't think he did either.
This is a big 3rd down as Madison Central, again, just trying to create something positive here. And a dominant first quarter plus for the favored Broncos. And Corinthian Barnes will prod across the 20.
Yeah,
and it's 4th down and long.
And met right in the hole right there by Christian Lawson. Again, this defense knew what their assignment was, and they're playing hard tonight, and I think they're ready to get on to this next round.
Number 6, Caden Clay with the stop.
Caden Clay also involved in the tackle there for the Broncos. And Madison Central, they've had 4 punting opportunities. They've punted the first 3 times, and Herbst back in the gun, and one would certainly suspect that he will astutely punt it out, and he will. And that ball's nearly blocked. It's going to be angled out in the vicinity of the 45-yard line. And outstanding field position again for the Broncos.
Both teams have been able to get the ball in nice territory. Just both defenses playing really stout here tonight.
1st and 10 for the Broncos.
Broncos will possess the football to start the second half as well. So really a chance here in the meat of the game to exercise some breathing room. As they'll have it at the Indians 35. And not only time of possession, KJ, but starting field position heavily slided thus far to the Broncos.
Yeah, and that'll be a big key factor tonight, starting field position, because you have to capitalize when you get the ball in plus territory.
Stroutman back to throw. He's looking for Avion Chenault. A peek of his leap. Chenault brings it down, and he's tripped up at the 3 and a gain of 32 yards.
And there you see just how dangerous a threat he is in man-to-man coverage. I don't think there's a single DB that can cover him man-to-man, as you see the safety help coming over, and Chenault almost still able to score a touchdown there. See, going right over the top of the defender right there and high-pointing the ball, and this shows his great ball skills.
Jackson Pritchard saved a touchdown as the Broncos will drop anchor at the Madison Central 4-yard line, trying to grow the lead to a pair of touchdowns. Tay Allen, the first one through, and a Broncos score.
Again, right up the middle, just running right through the defense. And a really nice drive right there, getting down in 2 plays and getting the touchdown. And there's
Tay Allen, his third rushing score of the year.
There's so many ways that this Douglas offense can hit you. You see a deep shot right there to Chenault, and then Allen doing the rest and getting into the end zone.
Stephen Aranda on for the point after. 32 out of 33 on the year. This is a Broncos team that they've only missed one PAT the entire season. They've got 3 kickers they'll rotate in at selective times. And Aranda, the former left guard, powers it up and through, and the Broncos, sizzling early, will step aside. 14-zip from the farm.
The road, call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Broncos capitalize on a short field as we welcome you back to the farm. Tay Allen, 2-yard touchdown rush. And KJ, this feels like a very important drive coming up.
It does, definitely very important because you're already down 2 touchdowns, and when you run that style of offense, it can be really hard to come out of holes once you're down because your possession just takes so long and it chews up so much of the clock. So this is a possession they need to get some kind of points out of.
I think for the ends, they would settle 4 points for a first down.
Yeah, just if they can get anything out of this drive here.
Some positivity as the Broncos kick off, and this one hooked and cradled at the 5-yard line. That'll be Fields. That's Javius Fields. As this Madison Central offense back out on the field.
Flag down.
And a penalty as well on that kick.
7:41 remaining in the first half to score. Douglas 14, Central 0.
And the officials at the 25, they didn't sign in, so unfortunately don't have a name to pass along for the white hat tonight. And that's going to back up Madison Central even further.
And a really costly penalty right there, already down 2 touchdowns and pushing your offense back even further, just putting them in a hole.
Good Central.
That's going to back them up inside the 20-yard line. Mark it at the 15. So time of possession and starting field position. 2 stats that are very important to Central's success have not gone their way thus far. And it looks like we're going to have a stop.
And an unfamiliar look here for the Indians coming out in a 2 wide receiver set.
We'll keep things here with a Madison Central timeout. KJ, we didn't really get a chance to talk at the beginning about keys to this game, but we hinted on one earlier for Madison Central. And let's talk about what's most important for them tonight.
Tonight, I think the most important thing will be the defensive line, and that's because you can't give Strautman too much time, and then you need to better stop that run game, and we've obviously seen that they haven't been able to do that, and it's led to 14 Douglas points. So that'll be what they need to focus on, is getting them back there, getting pressure on the quarterback, and then also collapsing on that run game, because Douglas has 4 different running backs, and we've seen just about all of them here and have some big runs here to start the game off.
Well, and your third point was bracket Avion Chenault, and they did have good coverage on him on that big 30-yard pass play, but just an incredible athlete.
Yeah, he is, and it looked like they bracketed him on that play, but a really nice throw by Stratman, putting the ball right between the cornerback and the safety. You've seen Chenault's good ball skills, able to get the ball right there. So they are bracketing him, but Chenault just able to beat that bracket there on that play.
First down and 10 out of the Madison Central timeout. Corinthian Barnes in motion as Herbst crouching up under center. And he's going to flip to the near side, and Mathis greeted for a loss back at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, just unable to get anything going here to start the game off, and really nice play, sit on the edge right there. Looks like number, I didn't see the number right there. Really nice play setting the edge right there from Douglas.
Looked like Ismail Najee coming around the edge for the stop. And that's going to be a loss again as Central going backwards. This is a loss of 5, and Najee right on receipt.
And it just looks like this Madison Central offense is just unraveling here in front of our eyes. Again, in a 2nd and long situation, just situations that aren't really good for this style of offense.
And Herbst, very dangerous flip in the backfield as Douglas just an eyelash away from scooping that up. Just a loss of a few more.
It looks like just about everything Madison Central's doing here. It looks like Douglas knows exactly what's coming, and they're right there to make a play. Getting the Indians backed up to a 3rd and 19 here, and I would expect probably just a run because when you're running a wing tee offense, you don't have too many plays for a 3rd and 19.
It was Jackson Pritchard on the carry, officially a loss of 4. So line of scrimmage now at the 6. Madison Central has to traverse all the way to the 25-yard line, pick up a first down. And the Broncos, a dominant start, really the antithesis of last week. There's Barnes, and he'll trudge forward across the 10 to the 12.
Yeah, it looked like I think a fake there to Barnes and then getting it to Mathis, but defense right there for both guys. Barnes hitting the backfield and then Mathis also smacked and bringing up a 4th and long here. As Coach McPeak was saying last week, this Broncos team started off slow, and I think he got that message to them. We can't start out slow against a team like this, and they're coming out firing on all cylinders.
They sure are. It's been a dominant start. And Herbst on 4th and 14 as he'll retreat. And another quick kick, this time angled away from Avion Chenault. And it's going to roll dead at the 42. Punt of 31 yards.
And again, Douglas here with a good starting field position, and with Madison Central just unable to move the ball at all, it's really starting to hurt them. They can't move the ball on offense, then it's hurting them on the defensive side, giving the ball to Douglas and plus field position every time.
Been a great second half of the season for Madison Central to win both those playoff games and to do so on the road. This is a program, they've made it to the quarterfinal round now 3 of the last 4 years. But tonight, thus far, no match, at least thus far, for Frederick Douglass. They're salivating again at the 41. There's an inside handoff, and great pursuit by Madison Central. That was Pritchard involved in that tackle, and he's going to wrap up Dakari Talbert.
Yeah, able to get a big stop right there and get him into a 2nd and long situation here. See if they can get a few more stops and get that ball back to their offense.
How about beef jerky? Specifically, meaty beef jerky. It's good.
You've got Chestnut, Chenault on an island here, the bottom of your screen opposite Bryant Mathis. And they're running this way, or nope, they're not. There's a handoff to the near sideline and a rush for Darion Talbert up to about the 33-yard line.
And it looks like Central brought some pressure on that play, and Talbert able to just run right by that pressure and bring up a 3rd and short here.
35-yard line, 34.
It's got to be about a 3rd and 4 here.
Very deceptive play call for the Broncos as Talbert again so creative in the ways he's touched the ball here in this first half. Under 4 minutes in the second quarter. And a big 3rd down and short for Frederick Douglass. It's Dakari Talbert, and Talbert wrapped up.
Talbert able to make a few guys miss right there, but good pursuit to the ball right there from the Indians, able to bring up 4th down.
4th down. No gain on the play.
So 4th down and 3. As Talbert stood up. It was Nate Ogle on the stop. Ogle, a big tackle for loss and sack last week versus Bryan Station.
There's some good playoff football right here, and I don't think it's a question at all. You have the ball on the Madison Central 34-yard line.
Broncos going to call timeout. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds. It's 4th down and 3, Frederick Douglass. We'll be right back after this.
Frederick Douglass.
The road, call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
A big fourth down looming for Frederick Douglass as we welcome you back to the farm. Chris LeBar along with KJ Jones, Steve Bird, our producer, and Joe O'Million all bundled up on the top of this press box, operating our camera tonight. And KJ, this is a very important drive as Madison Central tries to get some momentum in this game.
It is, and as I said, you have the ball on Madison Central 34-yard line. I don't really think it's a question. I think Coach McPeak doing a good job right here, going for it on the fourth. Team up and really take control of this game. Really cause some trouble for that Indians defense.
Is Darion Talbert going to keep it himself? He needs 3, races to the near side. Pinballing off tacklers, twirling, spinning, fighting. And they will not blow it dead, and Talbert might pick up a first down, and he will.
And that play right there, all Darion Talbert, the Indians had him stopped in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss, and just able to make a play right there, make just about the whole defense miss and pick up that big fourth down conversion right there.
I mean, you can almost count the number of missed tackles here on the near sideline. They had him numerous times behind the 35.
And that's a play that'll drive a coach crazy, and you see he even had a linebacker on him. Looks like Sam Farmer, their number 1 linebacker, had him stopped, and he's still unable to bring Talbert down.
Those are high-level plays that Division I prospects make, and Talbert just made it. First down and 10.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that was a big-time play right there.
From the 30, there's Tay Allen on the carry, and Allen squirts across the 21 to the 19. His second carry, and they'll give him a first down of all things.
And Allen breaking a few tackles right there, and just uncharacteristic football here from the Indians, just missing tackles and not bringing the guy down.
So Allen has had some success, had a touchdown rush 2 yards earlier, and this time a gain of 10. As the Broncos have pierced the red zone of Madison Central, first down and 10 from the 19. Mr. Curry Talbert to the near side, and Talbert high steps and be brought down the 15-yard line. There's Sam Farmer on the stop, 117 tackles coming in.
Yeah, a real dog right there at the linebacker position for this Madison Central team, and as you said, making a tackle right there.
Down to the 15.
Got an official's timeout during this replay, an injured Bronco as Dakari Talbert on that carry. Got an injured Bronco there at the 15 at the near sideline.
Injury timeout.
Looks like it might be Talbert, actually. It is Dakari. So you got second down and about 5 coming up. And again, Frederick Douglass will possess the football to start the second half. So a very important drive for both teams at this juncture.
Yeah, you definitely can't give up a touchdown here if you're Madison Central. Going down 3 touchdowns at the half, and also Frederick Douglass getting the ball, it could put you in a real hole right there. So this is a possession they need to get the ball back and maybe try to get some points up here on the board before we go into the half.
Yeah, the conditions down on the field, well, you can see firsthand that side blowing mist. And the cheerleaders also getting the brunt of it. Second down and 5. As the Broncos marching their way down the field. There's Pharaoh Watts dancing back inside, and Watts, look at those quads churn as he takes it down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, really strong running right there. Had a couple of defenders on him, but did not let those legs stop moving and picked up maybe extra yard or 2 there at the end. And that's real playoff football right there. And these guys have that hunger tonight.
They do. You saw it on the Darion Talbert rush, and Watts just would not be denied. And a touchdown here, and it's going to be very difficult for Madison Central to muster enough points, I would think, in this game. Again, an offense that labors at times. And you got third down in a couple, just over a minute and a half. And it's going to be a first down rush It was Peyton Smith. First down and goal coming up. Line of scrimmage at about the 8.
Frederick Douglass taking a page out of Madison Central's book here in this game, winning the time of possession and really controlling the game with the run game.
That was Tay Allen, I beg your pardon, on the carry. So Allen nets the first down. So you got first down and goal. Broncos still 2 timeouts. Here's Dakari Talbert on the tote, and Talbert, not a lot of run. Comes to the near side, and Talbert upended at about the 6-yard line. And a flag as well.
Talbert trying to jump over the defender right there, but good tackle by Aiden Parker, bringing him down. It looks like we have a flag after the play also.
Oh, now we got a couple of hankies. So you had one penalty right after the play, and now we've got a fight on the near sideline, of all things. You had an incident here on the near sideline. And still to be sorted out are the penalties in the meat of the game.
And just a lot going on here, and it looks like number 64 just getting out of character, even fighting his teammates on the sideline. It's just behavior you can't have, especially in a playoff game like this.
So Nathan McPeak going to sort a few things out here. We did have a personal foul on the Broncos, of course, during the play itself. And this is a drive killer. And we're going to have a new lineman. Looks like Stephen Aranda Dials is the right tackle. And a lot to sort out here. There's going to be a Broncos timeout. So during the replay itself, we had an incident on the near sideline, and there will be a new Broncos lineman. It looks like Stephen Aranda will be inserted into the game. And now, KJ, the officials continuing to walk, and they're going to mark this line of scrimmage, my heavens, back at the 37-yard line.
Just a killer right there, especially when you have the momentum like that. You're knocking on the goal line, and just really selfish player right there from that Frederick Douglass player.
And you're going to have first down and goal, of all things, from the 37-yard line.
And those penalties just hurt so much. As I said, you're on the goal line, about to score, take control of the game, up 3 touchdowns, and then you get pushed back. And as time's running out here, make it really difficult on your offense to try to score a touchdown.
And this is a break that Madison Central sorely needed. If they can avoid points on this Broncos drive, they would certainly be very grateful.
First and goal to go at the 37.
And now you still have one timeout remaining. And with the plethora of weapons on the outside, it's certainly within the realm of possibility that you can still get some points.
Yeah, you for sure can get some points. Just pick up some good yardage here on the next 2 plays.
Jeremiah Turner out of the backfield. It's a screen. We got a penalty marker as well. And Sam Farmer read that play beautifully as a penalty in the backfield. And another flag. And we're having all sorts of difficulties on the field right now.
Yeah, things really starting to get chippy out there. And this is a playoff environment. This is what you expect from both teams. Nobody wants to go home here. A lot of seniors on both teams fighting for everything they have.
Flags on the field.
Well, there's a difference between fighting for everything you have and playing smart.
Oh, for sure. Can't let your emotions get the best of you out here.
It was a wonderful play by Farmer, by the way. And there you see some chippiness. And the officials, things have slipped away here. It was such a well-played game by the Broncos for about the first 10.5 minutes of this quarter.
It was, and if you're the Broncos, you can't let the momentum get away from you here. Yeah, you're up 2 touchdowns, but anything can happen in the game. There's still a whole nother half of football to be played. So just come out, finish this half strong, and try to keep the momentum on your side, at least get a field goal out of this drive, some kind of points, make it a 3-possession game.
So the Broncos at one point had 1st and goal from inside the 10. Then 2 penalties took them back to the 37. And now you've got 2 more hankies out there.
And then also just all the wasted time from that possession too. Really going to make it tough try to get another touchdown here before the half.
Certainly not the note that the Broncos would have wanted to end this first half on. And you might get to the point, KJ, if this continues, where you could have an ejection at some point. It's getting a little bit overbearing.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely could have an ejection. And if you're Frederick Douglass, you're controlling this game, so don't let all that get to your head. You still have a football game to win that you're controlling. As I say, keep your emotions down.
Well, there you see Coach Blair, and he's in the midst of that conversation, and the other 5 officials are in the middle of the field. There's no official on the near sideline with Nathan McPeak, at least yet. And Coach Blair appears content with what he was instructed. And again, the officials did not sign in. At least we didn't get the names, but they've done a nice job trying to get this back to football. You had a penalty before the tackle, and then you had a plethora of penalties. And here's on the near side, as we suspected, the White Hat's going to talk to Nathan McPeak at the bottom of your screen. So there's holding, and that was the initial penalty. Stay with it, Joe. Stay with it. So unsportsmanlike on the Broncos, and 2 penalties, and now you've got 1st and goal, and I don't think you've ever seen this from the Bronco 32.
Yeah, definitely something I've never seen. 1st and goal from the opposite side of the 50.
So in essence, I mean, you got 1st down and 68. Or do you? 3rd down and 37, which I'm not sure how we arrived at that figure.
Yeah, it actually is 3rd down and 68 up there on the screen.
Okay, so it's 3rd and 68. That's not something you see a whole lot. All the years we've been doing this.
For sure, definitely something I've never seen before. And just these penalties have just cost you so much because you're looking at.
The announcer said it's 2nd down, but in essence, the Broncos won't. Well, now they're going to call timeout. So it's 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, 3rd down and goal, 68 yards to go.
3rd down and goal, and Broncos call timeout with 1.6 left. And again, Madison Central, I mean, they were backed up against it. About to fall 3 scores behind. And they're certainly, not out of the woods yet, but still just a 2-score game.
It is, and like I said, this can be something that can really come back to bite Douglas at the end of this game because Madison Central honestly has the momentum now. You got that big stop. Looks like you're going to be down 3 possessions. Now you're not. Your head's still in the game. I mean, 2 touchdowns is nothing to come back from in the second half. You've done a pretty good job. You've done an okay job on defense, so you're still right here. And as we've seen last week in the Madison Central Bryan Station game, Madison Central scored any points and Station able to come back from a 21-point lead. So nothing's out of the question, especially here in playoff football.
So the Broncos voided timeouts, and barring a penalty, this will be the last play. Barring a defensive penalty, the last play of the half. And mercifully, that's going to take us to halftime.
That's going to bring our first half to a close here on the punt.
Broncos lead 14-0. It's been an interesting turn of events as Frederick Douglass, a plethora of penalties, keeps it a 2-score game. We'll step aside. Thanks so much for watching us tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. We'll update the score ticker and have more coverage live from the farm. We'll be right back.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
Back live at Frederick Douglass High School, halftime of the 6A quarterfinal. Broncos on top of Madison Central, 14-0. Chris LaBar back live with KJ Jones as you take a look at that side mist as the breeze starting to pick up. And really a disappointing end to that first half for Douglas.
Yeah, it is, especially when you're in scoring position right there. It looks like you're going to take full control of the game. I mean, 3 possessions, that can be really hard for Madison Central to cover, especially with the offense they run. And now they're right here back in the game with some momentum. They know emotions are high, so they really still have a shot at the game here now.
And just the abundance of penalties. Again, the Broncos don't want to belabor the point, but Frederick Douglass had it first down and goal from inside the 5-yard line. And then just an abundance of personal foul penalties. And, they finish it at the 3rd and goal from the basically the 68-yard line.
Yeah, something I've honestly never seen in football before. I mean, you 1st and goal, and then you're on the opposite side of the 50-yard line, and just all those penalties, just lack of discipline, and just something they have to get cleaned up there because it really hurt them and can't hurt them to get to the end of this game.
We will update the first half stats as you take a look at the ticker underneath. We'll step aside, more coverage in just a moment. Broncos on top of Madison Central, 14-0. You're watching Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
We'd like to thank Mathnasium for their support of Glycod.com. Mathnasium proud to support tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. Mathnasium, they're changing lives through math and trusted by over 1 million parents. Tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week, another Bronco. It's linebacker junior Nelson Arezia. Nelson, a junior, over a 3.8 GPA, and we've seen him make some good plays on the field tonight as well, KJ.
Yeah, we have, and when you have a guy that can also stand in the classroom, it really translates to the football field, so hats off to him, really standing out both on the field and off the field. Student athlete.
Yeah, sure is. Halftime stats are next. Broncos on top of Madison Central. We'll have more coverage in just a moment. Thanks for watching.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Give me a hot.
And we are back live at Frederick Douglass High School. Halftime, Broncos on top of Madison Central at halftime. Take a look at some of your halftime numbers presented by Man of War Harley-Davidson. And stats still tell the story, do they not, KJ?
They do, and as you see, Frederick Douglass winning the rushing battle by about 100 yards. And the team that can run the ball the best is typically the team that can win the game.
No first downs tonight for Madison Central, and this game has been dominated from the outset by the Broncos.
It has, just from the start, get a 3 and out and then score on their very first possession. So they just dominated in all facets, and as you can see by the stats right there on defense, giving them no first downs in the first half, that shows how strong of a performance they put on here.
Tonight's scoring plays, Dakari Talbert, 8-yard touchdown rush at the 6:58 mark of the first quarter, and then Tate Allen, a 4-yard touchdown rush for the Broncos as Frederick Douglass on top at half, 14-0. And for Madison Central, again, they've been outplayed, but yet they're only down 2 scores. I think they have to feel pretty good about where they are.
Yeah, honestly, I would definitely feel pretty good. And if you're them, just keeping your mind positive. I mean, last week you've seen how Bryan Station was able to come back. So just take it, what you've seen from them last week, and just put it and implement into your game plan and just use that as motivation. We're still right in the game here. If you're Coach Blair, just telling your team to stay composed. We're still right here. Let's come out. Let's get a stop on the first possession, and then let's go down and play some Madison Central football and score a touchdown.
You see the breeze there, and if our camera will focus, there's a little bit of a good glimpse as to what the conditions look like out there. And it's not freezing cool, but it feels a lot cooler the way that this wind has really picked up.
It does, and in my eyes, this is ideal football weather right here. I don't think you could ask for anything else. I mean, this is playoff football right here. It's cold, but this is what you want. This is what you've been working for, so let's get out here and play some ball.
And neither team is, but now here comes Douglass. They're going to trot back out on the field here in a moment. We're about 5 minutes out from resumption of football action again, and will be Frederick Douglass football to start the second half. Seen a couple of scores trickle in. It's early, but Ballard does have an early lead over Trinity, leading 7-0 in the first quarter. And Sayre defeating Pikeville thus far, 14-6, as Sayre continuing their outstanding season. That game also being streamed tonight on Glycod.
And as you said, Ballard with the lead over Trinity. There's been a lot of shakeups in 6A football this week, and I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different if Ballard did come out and beat Trinity. The way that they were able to go and beat Mill on their home field last week, and you also see Manual, the number 1 team in the state, going down at home. So a lot of shakeups, and I don't think anything's unexpected here this year.
Yeah, you've got Ryle leading 21-7 at last look. Ryle, there they are, leading Central Hardin. Central Hardin had a losing record last month. They have played so well of late. It's been a tale of 2 seasons for them, and still waiting on a great crossing score. So we'll step aside. Second half in just a few moments. Frederick Douglass on top, 14-0 from Glycott.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Madnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Madnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Madnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Playoff football weather. 6A quarterfinal action. The winner on to the state semifinal next week. Frederick Douglass on top of Madison Central. And it will be Broncos football to start this second half. Indians without a first down thus far, but only trailing by 2 scores. Jeremiah Turner back for Frederick Douglass to return.
This is also an all-important drive here to start off for both teams here, as Frederick Douglass can put this game just about away, really take control of it, or Madison Central gets to stop here. They can get the ball back to their offense and maybe score and cut it down to a one-possession game.
Got Dakari Talbert back alongside Jeremiah Turner, a pair of sophomores. And here we go. Gilbaum with a high, awkward kick, and that ball's loose back at the 30-yard line. Loose back inside the 30, and the officials trying to get to the bottom of it. It's going to belong to Frederick Douglass.
Hey, it looks like Darian Talbert had a little bit of trouble controlling it right there, and that could have been really ugly, just the way the first half ended and then starting off like this. So Frederick Douglass here really needs to get their head back in the game and just focus on the game plan and try to walk out of here with this win.
Again, the Broncos in the first half, superior effort on the ground. 22 carries, 111 rush yards. And Frederick Douglass from inside their 30 to start. Jackson Stroutman is in the shotgun, and he'll hand to Dakari Talbert, who races around the edge. And there's Talbert inside the 30, cuts back at the 40, and he's got a first down as a flag thrown in late.
Yeah, Talbert doing a good job right there getting to the edge and almost tackling the backfield, but doing a good job keeping his legs moving to get to the outside and picking up a nice gain. Looks like we have a flag at the end of the play, though.
And you get the sense the officials perhaps take things with kid gloves here in this half.
Yeah, definitely got to officiate a lot tighter just with all that was going on in the first half.
Going to be whistled against the Broncos. And that's going to negate a nice first down rush for Talbert.
And just a lot of the muffed kickoffs to start, and then you see a holding on the first play of the half.
It'll be first and 10.
And this time Talbert races to the left, breaks a tackle, and here's Dakari back to the near side, and Talbert a big first down rush as he slung down at the 45-yard line, and that ball finally blown dead as the tackle applied in the secondary.
And again, right there, it looks like he could have been tackled in the backfield and just showing his elusiveness and able to make a good cut and pick up a gain of about 30 right there.
It was Nathan Ogle on the stop at the conclusion of this play. And the confidence that the Broncos have shown throughout the season, and sophomore Dakari Talbert just more and more on his broad shoulders. The Broncos on the march, first drive of this second half. Run in between the tackles up to about the 41-yard line. That's Peyton Smith.
And just stick with the run game here. Madison Central has shown no answer for it, so if it's not broke, don't fix it, and just keep running the ball right down their throat. Whether it's the inside zone or the outside zone, just really tough for them to get a stop.
Second down 5.
Got Howard Carter is moved to right tackle for the Broncos. Be second down and 6. And Stroutman out in the flat net is overthrown. He had a target. That was Darian Talbert, the intended target.
Yeah, and you see right there going with a little bit of play action right there. And when you're able to run the ball so much and so good, it opens up that play action, just unable to connect. Looked like the ball just sailed on him a little bit, trying to get it out there to Talbert.
Yeah, Stroutman, not a whole lot of effort through the air. He was only a 3 of 4 in the first half. 3 of 4 for 33 yards. Carson Herbst, 1 pass attempt for Madison Central. So third down and 6. There's a rush on the ground and a first down as Stroutman. A clever run. We've got a flag, however, back in the backfield.
Yeah, looked like an excellent call right there for Stroutman going with the quarterback draw, but looks like a hold's going to bring it back. And the second hold of this possession right here, taking away another big play.
Steven Aranda is in the game, so Aranda is moved to left guard, and Howard Carter is moved to right tackle.
It just doesn't look like Frederick Douglass is as focused as they were when they first started the game here. Again, with just 2 big penalties here.
Well, and you heard Coach McPeak talk about it in our pregame discussion. He had the sense last week in pregame warm-ups that they weren't focused, and it showed early. And all credit to GRC in that early contest last week. But here's Strautman finding Dakari Talbert on the misdirection. Talbert, great discipline. That's Sam Farmer that stayed home, and Farmer wraps up Talbert, and it's going to be 4th down and long.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you want if you're Madison Central. And I'm pretty sure Coach Blair told his team, let's come out, let's get a stop, and let's get this ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they did. And if you're Frederick Douglass here, you can't start to get lethargic and start being passive because you think you have control of the game. This is a playoff game, and Madison Central's a team that does not want to go home and a team that can definitely come back.
Avion Chenault, 2 prior punts. He'll punt it away for the 3rd time. A wobbling, spinning kick to the right, and it nestles dead right at the 15-yard line. That'll be a 37-yard boot for Chenault.
And again, pinning this Madison Central offense back deep again, and they just haven't really had too much good field position.
Yeah, the average starting field position, I would have to think, has been inside their 25-yard line for the bulk of the evening.
It has, and when you're running the wing tee, that can really be tough on you trying to drive the whole field just with run plays.
Again, thus far for the Indians, 12 total yards on 15 plays. No first downs.
And they're just a recipe for disaster. You can't win a game getting no first downs.
And Herbst, little misdirection, and Mathis colliding with Herbst on the handoff and falls down for a loss.
Yeah, it looks like they were going for the reverse right there, and the execution just hasn't been here for Madison Central on the offensive side of the ball here. Just a silly mistake and pushing them back to, again, another 2nd and long. I feel like that's a position they've been in a lot here in this game.
That was Jackson Pritchard on the handoff, I beg your pardon. So loss of a couple. In the way they were able to possess the ball last week versus Bryan Station, it is just certainly, to this point, hasn't materialized thus far.
Yeah, they're first off, you have to win on 1st and 2nd down running this style of offense, and something they just haven't been able to do here.
And Herbst on a bootleg. He's going to put it in the air for the 2nd time, and that ball is dropped. It would have been a first down across the 25-yard line. And a pass intended for Cody Morrison.
Yeah, some really nice coverage underneath, knocking that ball away. Again, setting this team up in a 3rd and long situation, just situations that aren't ideal for this offense.
Oh, we have a penalty? Didn't see a flag. The PA announcer has indicated such, and it will be a penalty on the Broncos.
If you're Frederick Douglass, you're starting to get into dangerous territory here. You had 2 flags on offense, and then you give Madison Central their first down of the game off a penalty when you had them backed up 3rd and 13 back on their own 13-yard line.
Let's take one more look. This was roughing the passer, and pretty difficult to ascertain from that angle, but it's going to be an infraction nonetheless and a first down. So the first down tonight for Central.
And a big mashup inside right there, just nowhere to go. And Frederick Douglass is winning the battle in the trenches here.
So 1-yard advancement.
2nd down and 9.
Again, the winner on to the state semifinal next week. If the Broncos win, they'll be at home, but they need either a Ryle or Trinity loss. Just a very difficult assignment for Madison Central tonight. In these conditions, we got a penalty thrown by the back judge. And that's going to be a mark-off against Madison Central. A little Bronx cheer beneath us.
Yeah, looks like they were going with the wildcat formation right there, trying to get the ball to Mathis, but caught with the delay of game.
Only the 2nd mark-off tonight for the visitors. And you really can't underscore enough the improvement this team has made throughout the season. And Coach Blair done a great job. His first head coaching assignment back 13 years ago at Trimble County High School, and there aren't many other jobs in the state that are as difficult as that one. And he's paid his dues, and he's doing a great job with his program. 2nd down and long. And Herbst rolling out. That's a clever play. And Mathis on the run. And Mathis with a first down as he traipses down the sideline and thrown down at the 37 yards.
And a nice reverse right there. You see, as you had Herbst rolling out to the right side, and then you bring Mathis back underneath. The defense is not looking for him at all and wide open, and able to hit him on the wheel route right there. As you get the whole defense going one way and come back and hit Mathis on the wheel route the other way. And excellent play call and way to get the momentum going. First big play of the game on offense. See if they can keep it going.
That's a gain of 36 for Bryant Mathis. And the first natural first down tonight for Central. There's Mathis again on the tote, and he's going to drag tacklers and spin, and that's going to be another first down.
And you can see this offense starting to come together here. And you have to remember, this is a drive that was pushed together, that was moved on from a penalty, from a roughing the passer penalty.
So Mathis back-to-back touches, netting some 48 yards.
Looks like they're starting to get this Frederick Douglass defense on their heels here.
Corinthian Barnes will join Mathis in the backfield as Carson Herbst under center. Flip to Mathis on the short side, and that play is blown up in the backfield. A loss of a couple, and it's Logan Busen.
Yeah, really good job by Logan Busen right there setting that edge. As soon as Mathis got the pitch, Busen was right there to lay the hit on him. And again, putting him in another second and long situation.
Now, there have been times this year that Busen is unblockable, but that time I think a missed assignment because no one attempted to shed him.
Yeah, and you have to know the star linebacker, he's a guy that has to get some kind of hands on him or he can make a play just like that.
Second down and 13. Under 6 minutes in this third quarter, and what is a critical drive for Madison Central. Empty set now for Herbst that's under center, and Herbst is going to put it airborne. He spins it down to the middle of the field and in between defenders as well as Jackson Pritchard.
And Madison Central, a team that doesn't throw it much, and as you see them here coming out with a couple passes, 2 passes on this drive here alone. In this unfamiliar territory, and I like the change that Coach Blair made at halftime, deciding to go with the pass a little more.
That was a dangerous pass, and Pritchard kind of in that in between both levels.
Yeah, he was. It looks like a couple of Douglas defenders over there. So, yeah, really, really close one right there.
Third down and long. Madison Central 0 of 5 in the first half on third down. Another empty formation. Trips to the far side. And Herbst out in the flat. That ball is gobbled up and a catch, and very little gain. It's caught by Christian Lawson, but about 12 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and you see just a simple screen pass right there to Christian Lawson, and you can kind of tell this isn't a team that doesn't pass very much, and as you see their passing game just not looking too good as they've tried it a couple times here, just not been able to get much on it.
So now you got fourth down. And the Central offense certainly going to stay out there. Down a pair of touchdowns as we slide under 5 minutes in this third quarter. Broncos on a pair of rushing scores lead. Dakari Talbert took one in from 8. Tay Allen plunged in from 4. As Herbst on 4th and a dozen. Rolling, slings it to the stick. That ball caught by Pritchard, and it's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, and it looks like Pritchard got right where he needed to be. Really nice play and execution right there.
Jackson Pritchard needed a dozen, and Herbst put it right between the numbers. It will be a first down.
You see Herbst getting out of the pocket and putting the ball right on the money there for his guy Pritchard.
First down and 10. There's Mathis up the gut. The pile moves forward for a couple.
Yeah, just nothing going on those inside runs here today. Frederick Douglass defensive line playing excellent.
And again, you go back to the end of the first half. Broncos first and goal inside the 5. A couple minutes left, and really perhaps a chance to deliver the knockout blow. And a plethora, a bevy, an abundance, whatever synonym you want to use, of penalties. And the Broncos came away empty-handed in Central. That kept them in the game. And here they are, trying to carve into this 2-deficit hole. Herbst going to put it airborne under heavy pressure. And Herbst's going to tuck it and run, and he'll angle out, and there's a flag.
You see Herbst able to extend the play with his legs right there, and then another penalty just hitting him out of bounds. Give him some extra yardage again at the end.
You got an injured Bronco back at the 25-yard line. This is slipping away. Got an injured Bronco. And that's DeAndre Maxbury, the edge. So first and goal coming up after the penalty. We're going to step aside. Be right back after this.
Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
First down and goal, Madison Central from the 5-yard line. That was DeAndre Maxbury that was injured in the backfield. It was good to see him get up on his own and trot off the field. He'll sit out this play as Central, after the penalty, has it first down and goal. Herbst. It's the last guy through Mathis, and Mathis not alone as he'll take it to about the 3.
Again, those inside runs, just no success at all. This Frederick Douglass defense is clogging up all those holes. You've seen them have success when they've gotten more to the outside and got to the passing game.
Broncos shuffle on an extra lineman as they'll go a little heavier here. And this drive been more synopsis, if you will, of Madison Central's second half comebacks this year. And a Broncos timeout. So Frederick Douglass will keep things here as the Broncos pause for 30.
It looked like they wanted to change their personnel up a little bit because it's a very important drive right here, whether they settle for 3 or get a touchdown.
Well, KJ, in the time of possession, again, this drive has been more similar to what the other drives have looked like when they've had success this year.
Yeah, it has, just holding on to the ball, just driving the length of the field, really grinding it out. That's all of last week, and we've seen them throw or connect on about 2 or 3 passes on this drive alone. So I like the changes that Coach Blair made at halftime and just deciding the run's not working. Let's try to mix in some of the pass there, and it's worked so far.
Well, and you had the 36-yard completion on the wheel route to Mathis. It was really the chunk play they needed, and then they went right back to Mathis on the ground.
Yeah, they did, and after going back to Mathis, they were also able to pick up that big 4th down conversion. That was also a pass to Jackson Pritchard. And this is territory where they really like to go to Mathis, so if I'm that Frederick Douglass defense, I'm looking wherever Mathis is going and keying in on him.
Well, chances are Mathis might get the touch here inside the 5.
It looks like they're going with the Wildcat formation of Mathis here.
Yeah, they sure are. There's Mathis to the right, and he's going to traipse in for 6.
And nice job right there, still on that edge. Nothing going inside, and Mathis with his good vision able to cut it back outside and walk right in for a touchdown. And this is the game again. If you're Frederick Douglass, you cannot start to relax at all. You need to get out there, score some points, because if you get off the field this next drive, the momentum's on the Madison Central side now.
Bryant Mathis in for his 15th rushing score of the season. Peyton Gilball, 29 of 30 on extra points. And Gilball on for perhaps a 7th point. High snap, and that ball is blocked. and a key special teams play by the Broncos.
Yeah, nice play there, and that could be something that could come up, turn up really big later on in the game.
Take one more look at that snap, and really that got the play entirely off sequence.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a high snap, and it kind of threw up the timing, and that Frederick Douglass defensive line just overpowering Madison Central right there, coming up with the big block.
So will be Broncos football. And certainly the way they've run the ball tonight, you would have to think you see a lot of Dakari Talbert on the ground, and certainly a dose of Avion Chenault as well for this prolific Broncos offense.
Yeah, you definitely got to get the ball in your stars' hands. And if I'm Coach McPeak, I think I'm going to try to get with that run, get it still going, because, I mean, you can run off some time and just really grind it out.
You get the sense, KJ, there's some pressure on this Bronco team, and certainly none more so than on this upcoming drive.
Oh, for sure. And in a position like this, you don't want to start playing timid, because that's when you start making mistakes. And we have seen a lot of mistakes here from this Frederick Douglass team. Seen 2 penalties on offense, 2 penalties on defense. So they really need to clean it up and just get back to how they were playing in that first half.
Now, the last time we saw Guilbault kick off to start the second half, it was a squib kick. He wants to avoid the deep returners at all cost, and he kicked it really between the levels back at the 35, and it was a live football for a moment.
Yeah, he did, and even with the short kick, it still went to Darion Talbert, who is still a dangerous returner. So really, wherever you kick it at, you got some dangerous guys back there on that Frederick Douglass team.
So Guilbault to kick. And so we got a football game again. Central down 14-6 after a scamper. Bryant Mathis, this is a high kick to the right, be fielded at the 24 for the Broncos. Here comes Darion Talbert to the near side, and Talbert across the 50 as Talbert races back, and that's a play only he can make. And Darion Talbert, touchdown!
And again, just as I was saying, you try to squib kick it, and you still got a dangerous guy back there. Darion Talbert, a really good return man, as you see right there, able to take it back all the way. And that could be a play that could really put this game away.
Okay, Jay, I think folks watching this, just kick the ball out of bounds. Just kick it out and live with the poor field position.
Yeah, at this point, you have to. Everybody back there is dangerous. You see Avion Chenault, also a dangerous return guy back there.
So Darion Talbert in for 6, the second straight week the Broncos have scored on special teams. The one last week really broke that game open. And as hard as Madison Central worked to score in the blink of an eye, the Broncos answer.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Broncos needed, because this game could have easily slipped away, and that's a play right there that'll get the momentum right back on their side.
Now, Talbert was bottled up here at the near sideline.
He was. Honestly did not think there was any way he could return that play right there. We've seen him make a cut right here. A guy from Madison Central's helmet came off, and was able to reverse the field and score a touchdown.
Just like that, the Broncos answer and then add one with the extra point. We'll step aside. You're watching 6A quarterfinal action from Glycod.
The road, call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Darion Talbert gives the Broncos a 15-point lead on a special punt return for a touchdown.
And as you said, that's the play only Darion Talbert can make right there.
And then he just geared down as he crossed the plane. Now what's Madison Central do?
You just have to stick with the game plan And I think what they did last drive worked really well, just adding some passes in there, because you're in a position now you can't really just use all the clock and get the time of possession. You have to start scoring kind of fast here.
And Javius Fields squirts through the hole. He'll take it across the 25-yard line.
Thought we might have seen another kick return right there. Looks like he had a bit of an open window, but it closed really quickly.
Just a demoralizing play on that far sideline for Central. All the positive momentum to slice the deficit down to 8. And we're going to have Bronco taken out of the ball game. Is there a penalty as well? Yeah, there is a flag that's been scooped up by that far official. Oh, so Madison Central this time signaled for the unsportsmanlike. Well, now the referee signaled on Central, but they're going to mark this on the Broncos. So the official just pointed the wrong direction.
And some really costly penalties here. They've been about 10 or 15-yard penalties that Frederick Douglass has been getting here. Just unsportsmanlikes and holding calls.
Now Central doesn't need a lot of help. They're formidable enough as they are. Herbst on a bootleg. Mathis far sideline, cradled and caught, and Mathis scoops it up. And he's going to be close to a first down. Douglas asking for an incomplete pass.
And it looks like they ran the same exact play that they ran the last possession, just the opposite way. And again, Mathis wide open on the wheel route, just unable to connect there.
You've got Herbst that threw the ball once last week. In this quarter, he's come out like David Klingler.
Yeah, he's really launching it back there, and I think it's just the position they're in. They can't just continue to run the ball because that hasn't really worked that well for them.
Be second down and short, and that's going to be a first down rush.
Yeah, and the wildcat there to Mathis, and I thought that was an incomplete pass they called on the play before, but it looks like they just called a complete pass and a fumble. And then again, going back to Mathis and able to pick up that first down.
Still plenty of time left. You've got 14 plus in this game. And the mist continues. It's certainly been very damp and moisty conditions since the outset. There's a wildcat to Mathis, and Mathis with a hole, and Mathis churning, and he coughed it up again, and it's scooped up by Douglas, and a key turnover.
Yeah, big turnover right there. Looks like Mathis is also hurt on the play. Looks like he was on his way to a big run and had a hit laid on him and coughed it up.
That's Eli Mongago on the recovery, and the Broncos with a big fumble recovery. Yeah, Mathis on his back, so we take one more glance.
Yeah, you see the ball just punched out right at the end right there as he's trying to break away from the tackle.
Good to see that young man okay as he walks off the field under his own power. And this is a critical turn of events. Broncos have made a couple of big plays when they absolutely had to. Darion Talbert with a big punt return for 6. And then the Broncos with the game's first takeaway. There's Dakari Talbert. No, I beg your pardon. That's Peyton Smith with the tote. And Smith racing all the way around the edge. He'll pick up a few.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass is doing really good on these outside zone plays, doing a real good job being able to seal that edge defender, and pick up some nice yardage.
And that may be the formula here in the remnants for Douglas. Keep this ball on the ground and try to exercise the final 14 minutes.
Yeah, and really the difference in the game that Douglas has been able to run the ball inside and outside, and on the other end, Madison Central just unable, not with the same luck.
Stroutman in the gun. There's Pharaoh Watts. He'll pinball off one tackler, and then Big Sam Farmer says hello, and Farmer wraps him up at the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Again, Watts with some strong running, and looks like maybe the ball came out and Madison Central wanting it. Not sure if they're calling it a fumble or not, though. I think they'll keep it right here. Looked like Sam Farmer wanted that fumble.
3rd down and 4.
I think Watts has developed the niche, the hardest runner, at least in terms of between the tackles. And now we've got a minute and less than that in this third quarter, and a big third down as Stroutman gives to Peyton Smith. Smith with a first down and a burst across the 50, and Peyton Smith picks up a Chenault block as he'll take it down inside the 25-yard line.
Peyton showing off his cutting ability and also showing he can run through the defender as he did right there at the end. Able to put a good cut right there on the safety, Pritchard, and then just taking off with the speed after that. You see right here running right through the middle. Puts a good cut on the safety right there. Makes him fall, and nice block at the end from Chenault, and then just running over the defender at the end.
It's a gain of 46 for the Broncos. Peyton Smith and a key first down. 40 seconds in this third quarter. And the Broncos trying to grow this lead. Mr. Curry Talbert in a gaping hole, and Talbert spinning in for his second score.
And just no answer. The holes are just wide open here for this Frederick Douglass team.
And wonderful blocking tonight, KJ, by that offensive line.
Yeah, really making it easy for their running backs. As you see right here in the replay, getting right through the holes. Excellent blocking right there. He's not touched until he gets down to the safety at the 10-yard line, and then able to make a couple guys miss. And this was just a game a few minutes ago, and now Douglas really starting to pull away.
2 straight scores for the Broncos, and they've done it in less than 4 minutes. Stephen Aranda on for the point after. Again, Aranda on the season been fantastic, 34 out of 35. And that one will boost his percentage. And the Broncos seize control. They lead 28-6 under misty conditions. KJ and I back after this.
Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at Don Franklin. Driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back live. Chris LeBar, KJ Jones, our producer Steve Bird. It's a 28-6 Broncos lead late in this third quarter. Spinning kick, and Fields will watch it trickle in for a touchback. So you've had 3 scores in this third quarter as the Broncos led 14-0 at half. Madison Central scored on a Bryant Mathis touchdown rush from the 4-yard line, and then just like that, the Broncos with 2 scores of their own. Darion Talbert a punt return for 6, and then his younger brother Dakari in for another touchdown rush of his own. Herbst under center, and before we can get started, we've got an official's timeout. .7 left. Herbst going to air this one out. He's looking for Cody Morrison, and Morrison, that ball underthrown. There's a penalty marker, and I don't know about that one.
That's one I think Morrison could have maybe scored a touchdown on right there. That was a little bit better ball. Looks like he just kind of underthrew it.
Got 2 infractions, likely just one penalty thrown by 2 different officials. The ball was not only underthrown, but to the left of Morrison, and they're almost in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, and that's one of those where, as you said, it's wrong place, wrong time. It's an underthrown ball, so the guys to come back to it, and you just have nowhere to go.
So a 15-yard mark off. Well, they also roughed the passer, did the Broncos. So 2 penalties on that play. And, of course, only enforced 1 time. So 15-yard advancement.
And a lot of personal fouls we've seen here from Frederick Douglass, and I don't think that's something Coach McPhee could be too happy about, something he'll probably definitely get on his team for.
From the 35-yard line. Broncos were so crisp in that first half for all of the first quarter, and then about 10 minutes of the second period. Then things slipped away, and they've certainly shown glimpses in this quarter as well as to how good they can be. First down and 10 as Central climbs the mountain from their 35, and Herbst under heavy pressure, sacked.
Yeah, good job right there. Looks like they were going with a quarterback rollout, and that Douglas defensive line right back there is giving them no time at all. This Douglas defensive line has really made it hard for the Indians to get anything going at all today, whether it be the pass or the run.
And that's going to close the third quarter. Third quarter in the books. Broncos on top tonight over Madison Central, 28-6. Fourth quarter on the way back from Glycod.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Second down and 14 as the fourth quarter now underway, and Mathis tripped up in the backfield.
Yeah, it looked like big number 6, Caden Clay, coming right through the hole, giving Mathis nowhere to go. Just coming through unblocked.
That was the same play that Mathis scored on in the Wildcat, and now he'll lose a couple. And it's third down and long. Got a Madison Central timeout.
Third down and 17.
As this Central team 7-4 coming in. And Frederick Douglass at 8-4. Of course, the winner on to the state semifinal next week, where Madison Central has been before. They were there in 2021. And the Broncos trying to get to that level for the 6th straight season. And you've been part of deep runs in playoff. It's a great feeling to practice Thanksgiving weekend.
It is. I know you want to be with your family, but when you're in this position, I think you're like, I'd rather be with my guys and trying to win this state championship and come back and talk to the family about that. It's a privilege to play at this time of the year, and you just have to enjoy it.
So unquestionably, 4-down territory for Central with only 11:38 perhaps in their season, as they've got third down and long from inside their 30-yard line. Corinthian Barnes, one of the backs behind Herbst. And Herbst back to air it out on third down and long. Heavy pressure, sacked around the edge.
And again, it's Caden Clay. Made a lot of big plays here tonight and coming up with a big tackle for loss and coming up with a sack right there. Just excellent defensive play from the defensive line and the linebackers playing well. Caden Clay and Logan Busen making some big plays here.
And the speed of Clay to not only evade the block, but race down the quarterback. And now Central, looks like they're going to send out their punting unit on 4th down and a long while. It's not quite 4th and 68 like we saw in the second quarter.
And as you see here, the two dangerous men back there, Darian Talbert and Avion Chenault.
And Gilbaum avoiding them as he trickles it out to the near sideline, perhaps off the side of his foot. Be out at the 45-yard line, and that's a punt of only 22 yards.
45-yard line.
And I think in a situation right there, you'd rather have it just a shank punt as opposed to getting one of those two hands, because we've seen what both of those guys can do.
So the Broncos offense back out there with 10:41 left. And 228 rush yards after 3, as this team's been dominant tonight on the ground. And there's Darian Talbert out of the Wildcat, and Talbert loose. And Darian Talbert to the near side and very close to the boundary. They're going to mark him out inside the 2-yard line.
And speed's something you just can't coach. His breakaway speed right there, just leaving the defenders in the dust. You see the direct snap, and just after that, just nothing for the defense. See, making a few cuts, and after that, it's over, just breaking down the defenders' angles.
This Broncos team just so explosive.
And when you have all those guys in the backfield, it can really be hard to stop. You just don't know who the ball's going to, and every running back they have is a dangerous threat.
And the Broncos salivating inside the 5. Yeah, Tate Allen with the score on the ground. Dakari Talbert has 2 rushing scores. And we're going to have a timeout and a stop. So the Broncos pause play for 30. We will join them. Be right back after this. First down and goal, Frederick Douglass. Be right back.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
First down and goal, Broncos. Frederick Douglass has led from the outset. Madison Central trimmed the lead to 14-6. Just like that, the Broncos scored 2 answering touchdowns. They're going to try to add another, and there's a rush up the gut for another 6.
And just a testament to how this game went so far. The Douglas team has just been able to run the ball wherever they've wanted to tonight. And again, just running it right down the middle.
It's Peyton Smith in for his 9th rushing score of the year, his first tonight. And the lead now has grown to a game-high 28 points. And the Broncos going to go for 2 out of this formation and add 2 to the tally.
And a creative play call right there, going to the big linebacker, Caden Clay. Looks like he caught the direct snap and kind of did a spin move and just powered his way into the end zone.
Got a penalty as well occurring, I believe, after that play. But as KJ mentioned, that's Clay in for the 2-point try. There's Nathan McPeak as he comes to the near sideline. And
unsportsmanlike conduct against Madison Central.
oh, so Madison Central called for the infraction, so the Broncos will kick off from the vicinity of midfield. And it looks like their season, the Indian season, will end here in 10 minutes, 27 seconds.
And the amazing thing to me is how Douglas has dominated this game, and their top receivers had one catch. It was a really big catch, but he hasn't scored any touchdowns at all, and they've been able to score 36 points here today. And that just shows how strong of the run game it is here for Douglas.
Yeah, that was Avion Chenault that caught that 30-plus yard reception in a situation where he was very well covered.
Yeah, he was, and as you've seen, he's been bracketed the whole night tonight. He's had safety help the whole game, which has kind of limited him. But again, as I said, just a dominant performance here from Frederick Douglass, just their amazing run game.
Aiden Lawless will kick off, and that ball is caught by Corinthian Barnes. I beg your pardon, that's a Javion with a return for Madison Central, Javis Fields. So the penalty was on Douglas. We got to learn not to listen to the PA guy so much here, KJ. It was on Douglas, hence they kicked off from a very deep starting position.
Yeah, I think that's the second personal foul call they got mixed up. And, again, that's about the fifth or sixth personal foul call we've seen here tonight on Frederick Douglass. Just really sloppy and just unnecessary penalties.
So the Central offense from their 35-yard line have seen good things from that sophomore quarterback, Carson Herbst, tonight. And Corinthian Barnes, also a sophomore in the backfield, as Herbst going to air it out on a slant. And the pinball is scooped up and intercepted.
Yeah, again, trying to go to the pass right there. Looks like he was looking for Cody Morrison, and the ball's tipped up in the air. Looks like it was number 20.
Sion Khan with the interception. We got a flag as well. As the flag was thrown immediately during the play. Sion Khan with the pick. And the officials had a tall chore tonight. Would really like to see an indication from the referee as to what the infraction was. So it will be Bronco football. Here we go as the officials. It's unsportsmanlike on the Broncos. Just out of your view, that was unsportsmanlike whistled on the Broncos. So Frederick Douglass will maintain possession after the Sion Khan interception.
And just amazing how they've been able to control this game with the amount of penalties that they've had so far here today. Well over 150 yards of penalties.
And Stroutman in the shotgun. There's Pharaoh Watts, and Watts with a rush across the 40-yard line.
And then we're seeing some more action here.
This game needs to end. Numerous penalties. There's going to be a fight.
Yeah, getting really chippy out here. And that's how it goes. You have one team starting to get towards the end of their season, kind of bitter feelings out there. But if you're Frederick Douglass, you have to keep your composure, and we see even more flags come out here.
And here you've got, KJ, if you got some ejections, that's going to linger potentially into next week.
Yeah, if you're Douglass here, you have everything to lose. Madison Central, their season's about to be over, but if you're Douglass, you still have a shot to win a championship, and you can't afford to lose any more players as you get deeper and deeper. You're one game before the state championship game.
Well, you've said this so many times tonight, but cooler heads need to prevail, and they have not.
They haven't. Emotions have been super high, and it's really gotten the best of Frederick Douglass. Really amazing how they've been able to win this game just with so many penalties.
And the officials, again, trying to sort things out. Pharaoh Watts took it on 1st and 10 for 3 or 4 yards between the tackles, and then a litany of flags were thrown. And again, these guys, they're not blessed. These officials are not blessed with infinite number of looks and replays. They're only going on what they saw visually. And again, the referees did not sign in tonight. The White Hat's going to trot over and talk with Coach Blair. Again, they've had numerous conversations this evening.
If you're Douglas, I think this is one where you just need to run the clock at his hit, just do some run plays, just run the clock down as much as you can, punt the ball away, and just get out of here, because you definitely don't want any guys being ejected.
Well, Coach Blair is certainly, you can just tell by body language, he's not at all happy with what he's being told. And the White Hat's going to trot over this way and do the same with Nathan McPeak. So there's 2 flags being held by the officials. And Coach McPeak back to the near sideline. So Douglas called for the personal foul. The 2 Douglas personal fouls. Oh, that's 3 Douglas personal fouls.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this many personal fouls called on a single team in one game. I'm surprised we haven't had any ejections already.
3 personal fouls against the Broncos.
Well, we're not going to show the replay. It's you can see it on your own there as you watch this back at your leisure. But this game just, candidly, it needs to end. There's 10:06 left. And there's another flag. I mean,
yeah, I think Douglas is going to have well over 200 yards of penalties in this game.
And you just have to really have empathy for the officials.
Yeah, you do, because they try to keep everybody calm.
This game has gotten ugly, and it did need to be. Broncos have played masterfully at times. And certainly they're not the lone culprits out there. And the officials, it's anybody's guess now as to what the down and distance is.
Looks like they're actually moving the ball.
So we had a Sion Khan interception preceding the handoff to Pharaoh Watts. So it will be Bronco ball.
Calls are kind of questionable here. I'm not